today we're doing lesson number 11, and as usual I have prepared three very useful expressions, three precious expressions to use in the office to make your English sound very good, to take your English to the next level and make sure you understand how the natives speak, okay? The first expression of today is to track. To track someone or something down. As it often happens in this course, we are looking at phrasal verbs. I've already explained it to you, but let me just remind you that conversational English is largely based on phrasal verbs. Okay, this is how normally people tend to express themselves in order to sound less formal and more to the point in some sense. So to track someone down, very useful expression because, of course, in the office we need to gather information. We need to make sure that we're able to talk to that one person because the next action, the next step we need to take sometimes depends on information provided by a person or information generally useful to make an informed decision. So, before you proceed, sometimes you want to track someone down, so make sure you find the person you need, or that you track something down, which could be a piece of information, a report, whatever files we have on a specific topic that can improve and guarantee that the action we take is successful. I have prepared three examples to show you how to use this expression. For example, I finally tracked him down. At his house. At his house in London. I finally tracked him down, which means I was finally able to find him. So to track someone down means to look for a person and finally succeed in finding them, okay? In fact, this is a sort of expression that is very popular among detectives and police, you know, all those people whose job is to make sure that they find something that has gone missing, okay? On purpose or by mistake. In fact, the next example speaks about detectives. Detectives had tracked her down. Had tracked her down in California. Okay. Last example. By devious means. By devious means, she tracked her down. By devious means using something illegal, something shady, something that is not on the right side of the law, okay? So if I say by devious means, it means that she did something not so nice in order to get the information they needed. This could be used, for example, in insider trading or all the things that are done at a corporate level in order to steal information, for example. We know that there are people that do business very well in a very genuine, old-fashioned way. But also, there are people that don't mind perjuring themselves and doing something bad or illegal in order to get where they want to go, okay? And if we do business in English, we should also use the appropriate vocabulary to describe that those actions were not proper, were not done right. So by devious means illegally or in a shady way, anyway, she tracked her down. Okay, let's go to the next expression, which is also, as always, quite common in English, especially if you're young, but not necessarily. And the verb is to pick. Something up. To pick something up. Before I explain to you the meaning of this, I've already told you, we have already spoken about picking up, and it was connected to the phone, you know. The phone rings and I pick it up. I pick up the receiver. So in that sense, to pick up is actually used literally to indicate a physical action, a manual action of picking things up. But in this case, to pick up is referred to a language, for example, or an ability that you learn to do, let's say, in real life, you know, that you learn to do by practicing rather than studying the theory, okay? So you use pick up to indicate that you have learned to do something by practice and not by studying the theory on the book, okay? So it's a very, very good expression to use in the office, because in the office it's all about doing things, you know? It's all about going there and doing the job. So especially if you're new in an office, you are going to go there and slowly but surely start picking up how to do things, okay? So learning how to do things by practice, okay? I have the perfect example for you I've prepared, and the person says, don't bother with the computer manual. Don't bother with the computer manual. You'll pick it up. You'll pick it up as you go along. As you go along. Don't bother with the computer manual. You'll pick it up as you go along, which is the perfect definition of the pick something up approach. So, not the theory, but real practice, okay? Let me tell you a little anecdote. My father would never allow me to use any new device without me studying the manual first, while I've always been a pick something up kind of guy. So I prefer to just get to it and try to figure it out myself, okay? So these are the two opposite approaches to doing things, okay? Probably the best way is to do a little bit of both, right? And I have another example. When you live in a country you soon pick up the language. When you live in a country, you soon pick up the language. Once again, you pick up the language is referred to learn by practice, by doing it on a day-to-day basis. Okay, let's move to the last expression for today, which is again quite common, and you want to know how to use it if you work in an office where English is used. Because sooner or later, if you work in an office, one day you will be sick. You will fall ill, which means you won't be able to go to work. And you need to communicate it to the others. You need to give notice to your colleagues. And so what you do is you call in sick. To call in sick means to call the office to tell them you are not well and you're not able to go to work, okay? Everybody gets sick, once in a while, so it's important to know this expression, okay? I think that in every office you go, they will tell you, if you are sick, if you can't go to work, you have to give notice, you have to call in sick, okay? So that we can take over from you. Maybe if you have clients come in, or if there was something urgent that needed to be done, okay? We know, so we can arrange and move people to cover for you. So very, very important. It's very professional try not to be sick too often, first of all. A professional is a person that takes care of their health to guarantee their presence in the office. Never forget that. But of course, sometimes, we have viruses, okay? We get a cold, we get a flu, it's common. So, when you happen to be sick, you have to tell your boss, the secretary, inform the office you're not able to go. Very simply, Emma's not in the office. She called in sick today. She called in sick, okay? I have another example. This is a little bit more elaborate. The search revealed that Mr. Bianchi had used his credit card at restaurants on days he called in sick. So, the search, in this case, search means it's a sort of investigation. The search revealed that Mr. Bianchi had used his credit card at restaurants on days he called in sick. So, he was supposed to be at home, but he used the company credit card at restaurants. So, very, very bad behavior, which, by the way, not new for Italian newspapers. Okay, I don't know where you're from, but yeah. Okay, so this is it for lesson 11. Again, 3 expressions for you. The course is only available on leventenglish.com. If you have any questions, please drop us a text message. This is a WhatsApp line for all the people that have subscribed or that would like to subscribe to our platform, so feel free to use it at any time. Thank you for watching. I will see you soon.